what is it going to be like for all the kids that grow up in this decade? Because you're going to be able to see your grandparent. When you guys get old, you're going to be able to see your grandparents while they were in their prime and they were really slutty and doing really crazy stuff, and it's all going to be on Facebook. What are you guys going to do? Like, that would be really weird. That would be so weird to see, like, your grandma being a slut, you know, like at her university or high school and stuff like that. It's gonna be weird. Like, what is all that gonna be about? Or, you know, I just think about these things, like, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy that Facebook is gonna be that way, you know, for the future generations. Not only that, but everything is gonna be like that. Like, all the stuff that's online, all the people who do vlogs, like people who do video, who do blogging online on YouTube and stuff like that, all of their kids are going to know what their grandparents were like, and they're going to know, like, what their family was like before they were born. It's so mind-blowing. It's so crazy. I literally can't think about, you know, like, imagine if my grandparents, my grandparents didn't even, they weren't alive to even see the internet. Maybe they saw like a .com somewhere. They obviously didn't know what it was, but it's just so crazy thinking about their world compared to now. And my grandkids and my, you know, the kids that I will have in the future will know all about, you know, me when I was doing this video. They're gonna, hopefully they don't watch this video or they don't watch any of my videos, but it's gonna be funny. Like, shout out to my grandkids. I hope you guys are having an epic day right now. I totally love you guys, and I am so proud. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of my son for having you guys. I'm so proud of my daughters. You guys are, I hope you guys grow up and be epic grandkids, because, you know, shout out from your boy GFXLab, your grandpa FXLab. How to do Grandpa Labs. Shout out from Grandpa Labs to you guys in the future. I know you guys are gonna probably see this video. You're gonna be like, "Oh my God, my grandpa was a beast. He was on Call of Duty. He was tearing people up." It'll be so funny. Now, I don't know. I'm just kidding around. But how weird is that? Like, you could essentially be writing posts that, you know, your kids are gonna see in the future, your grandkids, everybody like that. I know there's gonna be, you know, limits. People are probably gonna take stuff down, and stuff is probably gonna be deleted. Archives are gonna be deleted, whatever. But it's gonna be crazy if it's still up. Like, I just started thinking about this stuff earlier today. Like, how crazy is that gonna be for all the future generations? They're gonna be able to see so much. Everything is documented, and in the future, like 100 years from now, they're gonna have all these YouTube videos that people are gonna be, you know, they're gonna be like, back in the day there was all these YouTube channels, and, you know, there was all these people out here, and check out the most epic of all the channels is this guy named GFXLab. Like, he made the most groundbreaking videos of all time, and we're still studying them today, trying to figure out how amazing he was. And, you know, that's just what's gonna happen. You guys know I'm kidding, but I was just thinking about that today. Like, how crazy is it going to be when in the future, you know, people are gonna be able to archive the past, or come back to the past and experience it for what it was. We can't even really enjoy all that much. The only things we have from the past are like stuff that was recorded on records, or like stuff that, you know, there's not very many videos out there. There's not many videos like out there with public access. You have to go to a library. You have to do a lot of researching. You have to do a lot just to, you know, you have to go way out of your way just to see anything from the past, anything from your past family. And a lot of that stuff isn't going to be out there. It's not as mainstream as it is now. Like, everything now is so mainstream. It's so crazy. Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. I know like a lot about social media, And I remember like talking to these girls that do social media, and they like archive tweets, and I was like, that's crazy, archiving tweets. And you know, that's their job, is just to sit around archiving tweets, making tweets, learning about how to use Twitter more effectively, learning how to get out, you know, more followers, learning how to get out there more. There's a huge science to Twitter that, you know, is becoming the norm, and it's so crazy thinking about all this stuff. And in the future, it's gonna be wild in the future for all the people who are out there, and they're just gonna take it for granted, just like we took all the stuff that we have right now for granted. Like we take computers for granted, we take, you know, convenience stores for granted. It's, you know, that's just like stuff that everyone knows about, but we don't actually sit down and think about how amazing that technology is. And I was recently looking at some stuff, like even for my job, looking at some programs and looking at some new technology that's coming out for, you know, the Adobe software and a lot of stuff that I work with on a daily basis, and how crazy, like what kind of crazy tools are coming out. And I'm constantly evolving my skill set just so I can keep up with the times. And I even like learned today a little bit about, you know, a certain way of developing, like certain development tools that'll help you basically push out like a massive amount of websites and a massive amount of, you know, products, web products, video products. Like just it's crazy. Everything has been thought of, at least for me, like web wise. I think everything has pretty much been thought out and has been developed and is out there for you guys to consume. And when everybody gets their bearings right, everyone actually catches up to the technology that's already out now, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be so advanced. People are going to be able to produce so much. And you know, the next level of technology is just going to be ridiculous. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't know, like what in the past, like what did people do? What did people do before the internet? How did they you know, connect to each other? What was it like before, when people didn't have cell phones? And that's, you know, that's when I grew up, was when people didn't have cell phones, and you'd call somebody and you would have to leave a message for their beeper or their pager, or you would have to leave a message on their, you know, their voicemail. And it's so ridiculous now. Like everybody has a cell phone. And I was watching a video, or I watched a movie recently. It was like it was an American Pie, one of the American Pie trilogies or whatever. But it was called American. It's called American Reunion, I think it was called. But it was the guy. He went up, Stifler. He went up to this house, and he was like, he's trying to create a diversion for his friends so he could sneak in a house. And he was like, I would like to use your phone or something. And the guy was like, you're telling me that all three of you, one of you doesn't have a cell phone? And I'm just like, that's so true. And you know, that excuse of wanting to use somebody's phone in the past would have definitely worked. But now that it's in the future and everyone has cell phones, like absolutely everyone has to have a cell phone. You can't get by without a cell phone. It's ridiculous. And I also learned a lot about Steve Jobs. The only reason Steve Jobs released the iPhone is because he was about to die. Imagine how much of that stuff is out there that people are holding back because, you know, they're waiting for the opportune moment. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like and favorite. Hope you guys have an epic day. Peace out.
God damn, girl, you got a fat ass.
Hey, instead of sitting here spanking the monkey, why don't you go ahead and like my boy GFXLab on Facebook. www.facebook.com/GFXLab.